You can transform your self-improvement journey by turning your ambitions into a game. In this video, I will present to you with the 5 rules to make self-improvement not just more fun and effective, but addictive in the best way possible. I will also share with you a secret tip, something that most people overlook when thinking about personal development. So stick around till the end of the video. Starting with the first rule, understand yourself and your aspirations. Have you ever started a goal just to lose interest and motivation just a few weeks after? This is because you haven't taken the time to think about why you are pursuing it. The first rule is all about self-awareness. It is essential for you to understand your strengths, weaknesses, and true desires. Gamification works best when it aligns with your true self, not just some idealized version of you. So it is important to work aligning with your natural tendencies, not against them. So if you're not a morning person, it doesn't make sense to force yourself to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning just because you saw some successful people to do it. So ask yourself, what do you really want to accomplish? What person would you like to become? How does your ideal life look like? Self-awareness and reflection is essential to start your effective gamification strategy. The second rule is to break your grand vision into humble steps. Think about climbing a mountain. You wouldn't just jump to the summit, right? You would divide the climb into smaller, manageable steps. The same principle applies to self-improvement. Break down big goals in smaller steps, so they can feel less challenging and more achievable. And you will also experience a sense of accomplishment and progress, which will greatly contribute to motivation. So let's say your big goal is to write a book. You wouldn't just focus on writing the whole thing in one session. You would maybe divide it into chapters and then the chapters into daily goals. And remember, don't forget to reward yourself and celebrate for smaller and bigger milestones along the way. The third rule is to design a game that speaks to your inner self. This is where the fun begins. You should create a strategy that is personalized to your preferences and style. There is no one-size-fits-all, so what motivates you might not motivate others. So think about the way you will earn points, the levels you will unlock, the challenges you will face along the way, and the rewards that really excite you. And just get creative. So, for example, let's say your goal is to learn Spanish. You could earn points for every session or for every word you learn. Levels could be beginner, intermediate, and fluent. Challenges could be writing a whole story in Spanish. And the reward could be a night out to some Spanish restaurant or a trip to some Spanish-speaking country. And don't be afraid to experiment with different game mechanics. Try different point systems, different rewards, different way to approach challenges. This is your game, so you set the rules. The fourth rule is to track your journey and honor your milestones. Visualizing and seeing the progress is incredibly important for motivation. So use a calendar, an app, or some graphs or whatever tool works best for you to seeing the progress. This will make it even more real and tangible and will help you stay committed to your goal. And don't forget to reward yourself for big and small achievements. This will help you reinforce positive behavior. And they don't have to be over the top. They have to be something valuable for you. It could be buying that book you always wanted, or a fancy coffee, a massage, a new piece of equipment, something that makes you feel appreciated. And don't forget, be kind to yourself. Everyone has setbacks. It is important just to acknowledge them, learn from them, and then get back on track. The final rule is to adapt and refine your game as you grow. Your self-improvement journey is always evolving, and your gamification strategy should evolve with it. What works for you today might not work in the same way tomorrow. So don't be afraid to change the rules, the levels, the rewards, the challenges. You will get to know better yourself, what motivates you, and your goal. So you should change the rules and experiment with new ones. So let's say, for example, the reward system you started at the beginning doesn't work as well as you thought. Maybe you just need a bigger reward, or maybe you need to completely change the type. Experiment and see what works for you. And remember, the more fun and engaging you make the process, the more likely you are to stick with it. So we have covered the 5 rules for gamification in self-improvement. But the secret weapon, the one small thing you can do to amplify your results, is visualization. So take a few minutes every day to imagine yourself achieving the goal. See it, feel it, experience it with your mind. This is a simple trick that will help your motivation and help you stay on track. So give it a try. And if you want to know more about motivation, gamification, and self-improvement, don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.